and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I am excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to see what will happen in this connection that you're currently in or your next, no matter if this is just in the talking stage, the beginning stages, a deep connection relationship, someone you've dealt with for a long time. We're going to see what will happen in this connection or your next connection. We'll see their intentions and we'll get their thoughts and their feelings as well. So we'll get everything. And that is our topic. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings, that is where you can find me. And other than that, go ahead, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings. For group 1, we have the Amazonite Crystal Point, and we'll be using the Mermaid Tarot. For group 2, we have the Purple Flash Labradorite, and we'll be using the 78 Stories Tarot. For group 3, we have the Citrine Crystal Point, and we'll be using the Steampunk Tarot. And for group 4, we have the Clear Quartz, and we will be using the Rider-Waite. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the Mermaid Tarot and the Amazonite Crystal Point, this is your reading. Tapping in, we're going to see what will happen in this connection or your next connection. What are their intentions, their thoughts and feelings? We will get all of that. Ooh, bottom of the deck, we got the Tower card. So something is about to be shaken up. Strong Uranian energy here. You may have Uranus transiting your 7th house or your 5th house or vice versa, maybe even your 4th house. For those of you who are in a deeper connection with this person, I feel like optimistic though. I feel like the Tower will be really good for you, especially for those of you who are feeling stuck or stagnant. So let's see, Spirit, for group 1. What will happen in this connection or their next connection? For group 1. Ooh. So right away we got the Twin Flame card that has come out, and there's 2 Twin Flame cards in this deck. There's one that says triggering growth at the bottom, so it talks about the phase of the Twin Flame connection where you're very triggered and things are kind of intense. And then there's another Twin Flame card that says healed connection at the bottom, and that one is talking about when you're past the trigger phase and you're finally into this space where things are harmonious with your person, with your Twin Flame, things are going well, you're feeling more optimistic, feeling good, and that's the one that we got for you. First card out, Twin Flame, and you got the healed connection phase of the Twin Flame dynamic, of this Twin Flame union. So you may have been triggered. Now I'm picking up on someone who's been triggered like in an alternate way. So I feel like you'll know 1000% if that's your story. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But I'm getting a strong energy for some of you. Before you even met your Twin Flame, you were already very triggered by your journey with them in a spiritual kind of way. So this means you could have gone through like a huge spiritual ascension or breakthrough before you got into this Twin Flame connection. For those of you who this is tapping into the future, if you've just gone through a huge awakening, spiritual ascension, etc., you're very, very close to meeting this Twin Flame. And we have the Lust card here, so there's a lot of physical attraction between you and your twin twins. So it seems like for you, group 1, your person right now, you guys are in a good space, a better space, or moving into a better space in the very near future. And there's a lot of physical desire and physical connection, physical healing, sensual healing happening here. Ooh, and you know what? I feel like some of you may have been in separation or currently in separation with your person, because we do have the Drained card. We have drained, addictions, and irresponsibility. So it seems like dealing with someone else's problems outside of your own, or even dealing with the relationship woes with this person, has really drained you. And you've actually opened yourself up to new love. And then we have reunion that has come out. So it seems like this person is realizing that group one, twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it or not, if things aren't working out, they're starting to see that you won't wait forever, or the universe won't wait forever. You know, spirit may have linked you up with your next romantic option, your next romantic partner, because this person wasn't getting it together, or because the both of you couldn't see eye to eye. So spirit's like, all right, well, we got to keep your timeline moving. Can't stop your whole life forever. So spirit's stirring the pot, maybe even your guides. Usually ancestors are responsible for stuff like that. Ancestors are a bit messy versus spirit guides, which are typically more neutral or just in favor of your well-being, versus intentional, like, oh no, I'm gonna put a new love in in your path, you know. So maybe it's your ancestors, especially if you've been worshiping your ancestors, or you got anything on the altar to represent them. If you've done any sort of ancestor ritual recently, oh, they definitely heard, and they have more of a stronghold in your life now, and they're moving and grooving, bringing new options in because you've solidified that connection. So that's actually a cheat code for those of you who want something to pop off. Link up with your ancestors. They will help you. Give them permission to move in your life and to help you, and you will see that. So I do see new love coming in for you, group one, and it is going to affect this connection to some degree. So we will see how. But soon as that new love comes in, after, you know, the separation or the stagnancy between your twin flame or whoever this person is to you, we have the reunion. So they're trying to come back. So let's see if they have had any progress with this irresponsibility or with these addictions. For some of you, things may have been on pause because this person liked the lustful or the physical aspect of your connection, but they didn't really challenge themselves to grow and expand when it came to like actually showing up and being like a partner. You know, creating a good foundation for a long-term relationship or something more sustainable. And if that's what you wanted, then it's kind of like, it kind of left you guys at a standstill. So your guides or spirit is bringing in a new love connection, and that is stirring this person's heart. So I do see them taking action towards you soon. We got secret affair that just came out. A lot of lustful energy. Not gonna lie, group one, I feel like this person, if you were to just go with the flow, I feel like you guys could easily end back up in a connection that's just more based on the physical, or more based on lust and fantasy and being in separation physically, but always thinking about each other in an intimate kind of way or a fantasizing kind of way. I feel like if you make it too easy, I feel like it could easily stay there. And I feel like that's probably been the problem. So that's why your guides are coming in, or your ancestors, your spiritual team, and bringing in another option, because this person, they are trapped in the third chakra, the sacral chakra. They need some sacral chakra healing for sure. They need to, you know, develop some sacral chakra discipline, because they're making it hard for you to, you know, stay stuck on them, especially once new love comes through, if they're not really moving and grooving. So I see them coming back. Let's see what else we got. And if you're, you know, already talking to this person, then for you, this would be a step up. So this would be like, okay, you guys are already talking, and say you always do like the next Netflix chill kind of vibe. This is like them taking you on an official date. I do see some sort of progression or contact with this person. Spirit is really doubling down on this, like, listen, yeah, I feel like your guides, your spiritual team, are kind of past the point of waiting for this person or helping them, because I'm not going to lie, it really does feel like they're trying to get you to kind of move on and open up to someone new. We got stay optimistic about your love life and flirt. So there is someone in your energy or people in your energy that want your attention, but, you know, this connection can influence the smallest of details, like if there's someone in your energy flirting with you, if you weren't tied to someone, maybe you would flirt. But because you are tied to someone, it feels like you have some responsibility, to them, or you don't let yourself fully go. You don't let yourself fully engage with new people, or you don't commit as much as you would if you didn't have something to fall back on, or you didn't have this connection that you could, kind of lean into when you really wanted to or needed to. So it's kind of influencing you. It could be on the smallest of level, but it definitely is. Stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this is a good time to practice your affirmations and to even set up like different affirmations around your house on sticky notes if you have to, listening to subliminals first thing in the morning or as you're sleeping, to put you in more of an optimistic kind of energy, because your beliefs shape your actions. That's something Spirit has really shown me in the past year. Man, those beliefs, that when it's really crunch time and it's down to the wire, if your belief is, okay, I already have someone that I'm kind of dealing with right now, even if it's complicated, so I don't have to be uncomfortable in this moment where I feel pressure with someone new and I feel like, I should really say something. I'm not going to, because I don't have to, because I'm not completely alone. Like, the smallest belief can just really create this butterfly effect in the worst way, causing you to block your blessings or not to engage with certain things because you technically already have something or someone. So you're kind of at odds with your guides. They're trying to get you to open up new. And I see you kind of stuck with someone of the past. Now, for those of you who aren't dealing with anyone currently and you're like, okay, well, what's going to happen in my next connection? I see this next connection, new love coming in, and you actually being triggered and kind of regressing or really thinking about someone of the past. It's making you feel kind of weird, like you're having this kind of full circle moment where it's like, whoa, I've been disconnected from someone for a while, but being back in a relationship or talking to someone romantically, I find it triggering to you. Flirt, it says extend your lighthearted energy to others. So your guides, your spirit team, they definitely want you to get your flirt on. They definitely want you to open up to someone new. We got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you is what it says at the bottom of that one. So I feel like there's some holes in the person that you may be stuck on or have your mind on. Like, there's some very real ways you guys may not be compatible, or where this person isn't at least willing to compromise, and you may be overlooking that for the end goal. So if your end goal with them is just to get in an official relationship, you may be overlooking all the ways that they will not compromise. So you can just get there, and then when you get there, I don't know, a lot of people will use that like, well, we're in a relationship, so you should X, Y, Z. And it's like, man, this person has been telling you they weren't going to do that for months, for years. They never agreed to that. So it's like you get all the way in a relationship and then you kind of want to work on those things and they don't change because, they kind of weren't willing to compromise on those things in the beginning. So this one is really tough. For yourself, it says it's time to take back control of your life. Honeymoon says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So your guides, your spirit team, they definitely want you to open yourself up to someone new. Definitely want you to date. Spirit, with this person, what are their intentions, Spirit? Because I can see them, it looks like they're still struggling with whatever addictions they have, even if that's just like gambling or an addiction to physical intimacy. It's like really affecting your ability to have something deeper with them. Maybe they can't commit for a small portion of you with secret affair if they're already in a connection or something like that. I'm not seeing them really take that action to get out of that. I see them wanting to, maybe that's the allure of the connection, like the irresponsibility, like, ooh, we could get caught or something like that. Like, we got the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. You may be seeing 404, 414. Their intentions, dang, they're stuck literally between two worlds. On one end, they want to feel sorry for themselves and they kind of make excuses as to why they can't do more or do better or move forward. And on the other end, Four of Wands, they do kind of want to be in a romantic connection. Four of Wands is marriage energy, long-term relationship energy, building a life energy. So on one end, they want that. But on the other end, they're like, listen, am I that though? Look at me. This is who I am. My guides tried to offer me more, but they have, you know, maybe poverty mindset, or they just aren't that person. Like they don't see themselves, they won't apply themselves, you know. I feel like they may have a lower self value or esteem, or have a hard time seeing themselves in a positive way. We have the Chariot card. So interestingly enough, I still see things moving forward, but the Chariot is external. So I feel like the progress that will happen in this relationship will be at the result of your guides, will be at the result of external forces. Yeah, with the Star in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. There's an energy of them being better and doing more, but they're just never going to be 100% like what you would want for yourself. So if you can accept that, like, okay, this person isn't perfect, they have, you know, negative aspects to them, you can probably find some contentment in this relationship. I don't see them doing a complete 180, but I do see them offering more and giving more and wanting to go to the next step. I just don't see them like changing internally as a person. So I don't feel like that idea that you may have in your head will ever be who this person is. It just isn't. Like, and they know it, and they may even tell you straight up, you know, like, I'm not that person. I'm not going to go, like, no, I can't be inspired by a relationship or by family building long term. That doesn't make me feel like I want to be better. What makes me want to be better is if I was better. And maybe if I like went to school and got more achievements in life, then they would feel better. Or if they were in a better financial position, if they knew that they were an A1 provider, then they would feel better. But they just, where the chips fell in life, didn't give them that amazing story or that amazing profile. Like they're not that amazing person, and they kind of know it, or at least that's how they feel. So they're operating from a place of not having the best self-value, which is crazy because I get a strong masculine energy with them, and people just, especially feminines, assume that masculines don't struggle with low self-value. And honestly, from what I see, I would say they might, at least they're neck and neck, but I would dare to say that they struggle with it more, honestly, because the pressure to provide and to be great, that's not everybody's story. That's like 10, 20% of people's story. But the rest, the other 80% are like, I know I don't fit that mold. I know I'm not that guy, that girl, whoever. And it never, as much as you want to build them up and just love them down, they'll never accept that love because they just don't believe it. They don't see themselves as that 20%. It sucks. It sucks. I don't know what we could do to like get past that. But anyways, we got the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is good because they're not sabotaging, at least. So I feel like they have resolved some of the addictions and irresponsibility. With the Moon in reverse, they're showing up more confident and dependable, which is good. So I see a lot of good. I just see it coming from them externally, you know, like through their journey. I think Spirit has kind of led them to some Chariot card evolution that Page of Pentacles gives you more that you can benefit from this person. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. We got the Two of Pentacles and the Star in reverse. So the relationship with this person definitely isn't ideal. It isn't the best that you would kind of ask for yourself, but it's also not as bad as it used to be. Let's get their thoughts and feelings, Spirit. What are their thoughts and feelings for group 1? What are their thoughts and feelings in all of this? Yeah, basically what I'm saying is I don't see them getting better intentionally. I see things happening in the universe that makes them better. And, yeah, they don't want you to leave them. We got please don't go, and I am talking about you to others. That's also something I can verify as a reader. I have so many more masculine clients than I did in the past years. Like, even that's getting close to neck and neck. So they're talking about you to others. Maybe they're getting readings on you as well, or, you know, talking about you to friends, to family, people that they care about, people's opinions that they value, getting some advice. Oop, I bumped the camera. To see, like, do you think this is worth it? What should I do? Please don't go. They definitely don't want you to leave them. They don't want separation. That I can definitely tell you, group 1. They don't want separation. but I don't feel like they have enough energy. Maybe their energy is all tied up, or they're too deep in the trenches of their pattern. Like, for an example, if they always go to work, come home, get something to eat, play the game, and they wake up and repeat, that game or whatever their outlet is the only thing that makes their life feel bright and, you know, like a sense of accomplishment. So I don't see them breaking that mold, because they don't get inspired like by relationships. They just don't. And that's another thing to consider. Like, not everyone feels, for me personally, oh my God, I'm in a relationship, I'm dressing better, looking better, taking care of myself more, because I just feel like, oh, I just want them to be happy and happy with me, and I want to look good, and I feel empowered. But a lot of people, they get in relationships and it's like, it feels like a lot of responsibility. And again, because society, so if they're not that girl, that guy that society says that girl, that guy is, then they just don't feel any source of inspiration, because the relationship itself is actually what kind of drags them down and makes them feel that pressure, or reminds them that they don't have XYZ. So I think they just take everything kind of wrong. I keep writing and deleting messages, so they have tried to contact you, group 1, multiple times since you've been in separation, or they do want to contact you more than you talk. And we have, I'm spying on you. For a small portion of you, there could be some remote viewing going on, because I felt a bit of a spiritual connection in the beginning of the read, where it's like some of you with the twin flame have experienced this twin flame in a spiritual kind of way before in the physical. But yeah, that's probably them looking at your social media. Straight up. Spirit, any advice for group 1? What should they do? What should they focus on? We have exceeding expectations. So that's how I kind of felt. As much as I wanted to kind of be like, you could probably do a bit better, I do feel hopeful that this person has potential. Spirit is saying this relationship will likely exceed your expectations if you do invest in it, but you got to make that decision of whether or not you feel like it's worth it before you start investing in it, so that the investment doesn't feel like a whole traumatizing experience all over again. You know, when you fight yourself, it makes everything 10 times worse. But if you know, this is what I'm doing, I'm going 10 toes, I'm going to invest in this person, it's worth it for me, I'm going to put in all my effort so I can at least say that I did that, I do feel like it will exceed your expectations, group 1. And that's what I got for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Labradorite and the 78 Stories Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in, we shall see what will happen in this connection, the connection you're currently in, or your next connection, their intentions, their thoughts and feelings. We'll get all of that, Spirit, for group 2 with the Labradorite. Please show us what will happen in this connection. You know, okay, so first of all, this person thinks you're really special, and they can feel that there is some sort of soulmate union going on, or higher level connection. We have soulmate union, trust issues, and conceited. So not gonna lie, I am getting a little bit of F-girl, F-boy energy with this conceited card. This person is likely used to getting what it is that they want. And to be honest, maybe it's just how they feel, because, yeah, people have the highest confidence levels, and it's like, now what is going, anyways. It could be because they're very conventionally attractive, or it could just be because that's how they are internally. But yeah, with the conceited card, I do kind of feel like this person is used to getting their way, or they have a lot of options. They definitely consider themselves to be high value, either because they make a lot of money, or because of how they look, or because of, listen, something that they know they got that everybody don't know until you get it. And then it's like, whoa there, everybody gets hooked after that one night, if you know what I'm saying. But we also have trust issues in soulmate union, so they can feel that there is likely a soulmate connection going on here. They can feel that you are their soulmate, or at least someone very important to them, a soul that they were meant to meet in this lifetime, someone special, someone important, and they have trust issues about that. They're used to kind of taking their pick and going through people, and no one's really like special. Maybe they've, you know, I'm sure they have actually liked someone for real before, but not in this way. And they have trust issues that this is real. This person may not be spiritual. That could be what it is. Like, they're not spiritual, so they're not at all used to seeing things in that kind of way, period. Or maybe they thought that they had met someone, you know, special earlier in their journey and it didn't work out. So maybe they have hurt from a past love. Not to say that they're still in love with anyone from the past, but their past could have easily shaped how they think and what they think of people based on what they experienced. But I feel this person slowly but surely opening up to you. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be the one that they genuinely open up to. We got lust and chosen one. So for you, group 2, if this is, you know, your next connection, this is a connection that's likely going to start in a lusty kind of way. You guys could be physically intimate before you're emotionally intimate with each other. It could start off like as a sneaky link or a friends with benefits situation, or just something casual where it's like, okay, we're not looking for a relationship. But as time goes on, I do see them opening their heart up to you. And as of now, or in the very beginning of your connection, they do get the vibe with soulmate union that there is more to this connection than meets the eye. They pretty much click into present day with you right away. And they just know. They have that deep knowing, that inner knowing. They just know, like, no, there's something more here. So for you, group 2, you're looking real good right away, because this person is seeing you as the person they want to submit to, the person they want to surrender to. We do have time that did come up, so it's taking them time, and to be honest, it's probably going to be past what you would want to wait. At the bottom of time, it says waiting limits. So typically this talks about time in almost an unfavorable kind of way, where it's like, it's time past that feels too long. So I do see that, but ultimately we have transformation, we have determined. This person really does want to go through whatever growth and transformation is required to be with you. We have irresponsibility and masks. So this person is not used to opening up. They're not used to really letting people in. I feel like they keep everyone at arm's length so that they can kind of avoid like breaking any hearts. It's like they don't want to break hearts. They're not an F-boy, F-girl in the sense that they go out of their way to hurt people. But it is something that typically happens, because once you deal with someone for a long time and they don't fully give themselves to you, that's bound to make you feel away. So they have inadvertently hurt people in the past, and with this connection, they definitely didn't expect it to be any different. They've had people that they've had like friends with benefits situations with before, and they have liked those people. Like, it's not all like, oh, it's just casual. Like, they have grown feelings for people, but they have not acted on it or made someone like their girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, like long term. I don't really see that they've done that. And if they have done that before, that's what that was the bad apple, the bad seed that kind of ruined it for everyone and caused them to really kind of just surrender to their ego. And this is who I am. Like, this is what I'm going to do, that kind of thing. That's what caused them to be irresponsible and mask up, you know. So people can't see the true them. So people don't penetrate those walls and like really touch them and have control over them through the love that your person develops for them. Like, they kind of just keep everyone at arm's length so they don't have to worry about all the other stuff that comes with being vulnerable. So we have determined and transformation, though. They feel like they want to do that with you. And look at this. The last card that came out for you is the jealousy card. So group 4, there may be a new person that enters your life that is just present enough to really make this person feel away and to claim their territory or to fight for what they have with you. Spirit for group 2. what will happen in this connection? So what I see happening in this connection is this person going through a transformation. I see them being determined to get on the other side of things. I do think that they may hold themselves to a really like high or impossible standard, and I feel like that can kind of extend the timeline. So if you've been waiting quite a while for this person, my advice, like if you were my friend, my advice would always be not to put your eggs in one basket. You know, even if something is worth it, I gotta sprinkle that in. Like, keep yourself open to all the other options, because it never feels right to me to tell someone literally to wait for someone who's obviously struggling. Because it's like, okay, yeah, they're stepping up to the plate now, but what if something else in life happens and they get overwhelmed and they stop working at it? Well, that just kind of puts you and your whole life on pause. So I gotta be in favor of who I'm reading for. So period. But I do feel like this person would be worth it. But like I said, ultimately, I'm going to say, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. We got religious factors. It says your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel like this is on their end. Like, they're going through a big ascension, and I feel like they're undoing a lot of past beliefs and whatnot. I feel like that's on their end 1000%. But you would know if, you know, your spiritual beliefs, or if there's anything like that going on in your connection as well, where you guys kind of clash because of your or their spirituality. I could see you guys clashing if you try to really highlight the soulmate aspect of the connection, because I saw them fighting that a little bit. So I could see that being a clash, an area where you guys would clash. Like, we have love yourself first and very soon. So things are going to heat up between you and this person in the very near future. I do see them coming around, being more open with you. They're determined to make this work. They're determined to work through whatever problems they have on their end, or whatever beliefs that keep them from fully expressing themselves and, you know, keep them from opening up in the way that they could. But I see them working through that. Love yourself first says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So on your end, all there is called for you to do at this time is to make sure you're not accepting BS. Whenever they come in with the mask still on, I really would deny them. I would deny them access. Very soon, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So if you want the end goal, like say you want a long-term relationship or a marriage or just a relationship to see where things go with this person, I would set that intention now. And that then means, you know, anything that is not in alignment with that is not something that you can allow. When you make that decision, like, okay, this is what I want, anything that doesn't lead you to that is not something you should engage in. So if this person is like, hey, Netflix and chill at 2 o'clock in the morning, that means you start denying them, no, Netflix and not chill. I'm not chilling and Netflixing with you. Okay, you know what I'm looking for, and if it's not that, I'm not responding. So it can definitely be intense and hard to maintain, but that is what you're being called to do at this time. Give your relationship a chance. At the bottom of that one, it says work on your partnership. So if you're feeling like this connection has ended, or it's dead, it's stagnant, it's not working out, I don't at all see that this is the end for you and this person. They're spinning the block. They're coming back around for you for sure. Spirit, what are their intentions? What does their person want? We have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Fool in reverse. So first, they know that they had to clear all the chaos, Five of Swords in reverse, and they also had to undo some of their own, like, sabotaging nature. Five of Swords is typically like a card of conflict, even like shady business and whatnot. So Five of Swords in reverse is a good thing, because that's them getting rid of that F-boy, F-girl mentality where they operate in that way at all. And then we have the Fool card in reverse. So they've acknowledged that they have stuff that they need to work on personally before they can offer you anything of value. And then we have the Magician, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So this is an energy of them taking things one step at a time, one day at a time. We got the Magician. That's definitely an energy of making things happen. Ace of Swords is as well. And the Queen of Swords is someone who is diplomatic, uncomfortable. You know, Queen of Swords is the Queen of Swords because she had to grow into that. She wasn't the Queen of Swords at birth. She's gone through a lot of things in her life that makes her absolutely relentless with the sword. And that is your person at this time. They're like, okay, Queen of Swords, I got to reparent myself or remother myself, or I have to undo this hurt from this past relationship. I have to forgive my ex. I have to forgive, you know, any feminines in my life who I feel like have done me wrong, whether that's their mother, sister, family, ex, whoever it is. Nice. And then we have the Star and the Knight of Swords. A lot of swords coming out for you. That would be air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Swords is all about communication and the action that you take. So they're in a very action-oriented energy, which is really good. And the only sword that came up so far reverse is the Five of Swords. So it's like, I feel them applying their... I feel like they're applying what they know they need to do pretty much every day, like consistently taking action towards making themselves a better person. So with the Star and the Knight of Swords, they want to date. They want to, Star card, have your happily ever after. If you're truly their soulmate, they want to surrender to that. They want that for themselves. They do. They just spent so long not thinking it would ever happen and being jaded and not believing in it, that once it's here, they really wanted to take their time and make sure you were the one for them. And then once they kind of collected themselves and they realized, like, yes, this is what I want. Yeah, Tower card at the bottom of the deck, they got to work. Eight of Wands. So they've been working ever since they had that realization that you are a soulmate union. And even for some of you who have said this to them, that it's true. Like, there is something higher level going on here. We have a special kind of connection or a spiritual kind of connection. Once they admitted that themselves and accepted that themselves, they immediately kind of went into Knight of Swords, taking action, Eight of Wands, moving really quickly, working on things every day. Tower at the bottom of the deck could even be ending. So getting rid of people and situations in their life that doesn't lead them to the desired outcome or doesn't lead them to being able to have their chance with you. They've been cutting that out. So if it's overbearing family, they've been setting boundaries, and they will cut people out if they have to. But right now they may just be creating distance. Or if it's an ex that they still had in the picture, getting out of that relationship. Or if it's just the pain from a past relationship, healing that. Tower typically is when stuff is really hitting the fan, but I feel like this is really healthy for them because they're going through a spiritual ascension. So this means that they are changing themselves, and that is, it looks like what's required for you guys to be able to move forward and have a healthy relationship. Spirit, what are their thoughts? What are their feelings? Yeah, we have Let's Start Over. First card out for you from this deck, Let's Start Over. So they want a second chance. They want to start over. They don't want to create a relationship on the past. They want to have a new beginning, a new relationship. We have Love Will Keep Us Together. So they feel really good. Like, they don't have a bunch of doubt in their heart at this time. They're showing up pretty healthy, pretty ready and willing, versus down and out of sorts. We have Love Will Keep Us Together, and I'm getting lost in the memories. So don't be surprised if you start reminiscing like hard about this person, about you and this person, about you and yourself and how you felt in the beginning of this connection. Because with theirs being a spiritual connection, yeah, when this person thinks about you, you're going to start to think about them too. You'll start to like pull on each other's energy and feel that. So they can likely feel that when you really heavily think about them and you're in their energy, and vice versa. Whenever they're thinking about you, getting lost in the memories, you'll just have a wave where you just are thinking about all these different times. Especially notice when it's like the memories that come up aren't particularly significant to you. That's how you know it's someone else pulling on your energy, because it wouldn't be something that stuck out to you. It would be more so something that sticks out to them. I've been up all night thinking about you. So they think about you quite a bit. I'm picking up on a little bit of guilt here, a little bit. They're not exactly proud of this distance or how they've behaved, or at least how they're behaving right now. This is an energy of them kind of feeling like, I'm not doing the best. It's just a tough situation. They know that they have to go through their ascension, and that has to happen alone. If they don't do the journey alone, you will always have to be the one to pick up the pieces and make everything happen. Even if you're willing to, the fact that they care about you doesn't allow them to put that on your plate, even if you're willing to take it on. Spirit, what are their thoughts and feelings? I am planning on messaging you soon. Good, good, good. Like I said, swords is also communication. It's how you take action, how you're taking action, how you're moving, but it's also communication. I want to see you so bad at the bottom of the deck. So they miss you for sure. They're thinking about you, doing a lot of daydreaming and fantasizing. They want to see you. They want to start over. They feel like love will keep you two together. Thinking about you a whole lot, and they're gonna message you soon. They want to see you really bad, and they want to see you outside of your usual environment. So if you always see each other with friends around, they want to see you one-on-one, or if you always see them at work, they want to see you outside of the work situation. Spirit, what does group 2 need to know? Any advice for group 2? We have embracing the future. So Spirit is saying, like, do what you can to let go of any resentment or anything that you may be hanging on to, as you guys are still in separation, so that when you come back together, it can be in a very healthy place where you can start over. I step into the future with an open heart is what it says at the bottom of embracing the future. And I feel like that would be a good mantra for you. And that can apply to so many areas in your life, not even just this connection. So that's like a mantra or an affirmation that will do you good in multiple areas of your life. I step into the future with an open heart. And we have planting seeds. It says seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So absolutely, planting seeds within your soul. I feel like this is really about whatever you may need to let go of or work on your end so that you can start over. And also planting seeds of fertility so that the connection can go better moving forward. So say you had a very deep attachment to this person, planting seeds now of, okay, these are the things that I do, these are the ways that I occupy my time, will make it so you don't repeat the past by getting back into the relationship and then still being, clingy. And that's just one example. I didn't see any clinginess in the reading, wasn't looking for it, but I didn't see it. So I'm not saying that you are clingy, but just as an example, like if you had a strong codependency to this person, releasing that now so that you do not, end up self-sabotaging the future by, still having these negative attachments would also help to align you guys. And that's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the citrine crystal point and the steampunk tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in. We're going to see what will happen in this connection or your next connection if you're not in one now. What are their intentions? What are their thoughts, their feelings? We'll get all of that today, Spirit, for group 3 with the citrine. Please show us what will happen in this connection. Well, that's a good start. Very first card out for you, group 3, we have vulnerability. So for those of you who are in a bit of a tricky connection, a connection that's not so simple, that has twists and turns or things about it that kind of makes it difficult to navigate, I do see one or both of you showing vulnerability. And this is causing you to have a breakthrough. So let's see what else we get. Ooh, we do have the stalker card here. So someone is definitely watching you, group 3, romantically interested in you, very curious about you, obsessing about you darn near. There's definitely someone super strongly in your energy who's keeping a watchful eye on you, very curious as to what moves you're going to be making, and that influences theirs. I get a little bit of a tit for tat energy with this person, where it's like, even when you're in separation with them, if you're dating other people, that may inspire them to start opening themselves up. Like, they may be the kind of person who can be a little bit resentful, and when they feel like they're not getting their way, or when someone, like when they feel triggered, like someone doesn't really care about them, they'll start acting up. So let's see. Yeah, this person, honestly, they've been taking their time and they're ready to push through. They're ready to move forward. You know, we have stalker, evaluation, and imperfection. So this person has thought about all the ways that you guys are different. They have taken a deeper look at the connection that they have with you with evaluation. They've been watching you on social media, or if this is a connection with someone that you know in person, they observe you when you're not looking. You may always feel like their eyes are on you, and I'm here to confirm, yeah, I'm absolutely seeing that too. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking that it's just all in your head, because it definitely isn't. They evaluate you, they think about you all the time, and they're always in some way acknowledging your presence in relation to the action that they take. When it comes to, oh, should I go to the copy room now? It's like, well, I'm going to go in 30 minutes when group 3 is on lunch so that I can run into them. Like, every action that they take is somehow influenced by you and your presence. But we have evaluation here, so they thought about you quite a bit, and they're finally ready to move forward. We have abundance and invitation. So this person, for you, group 3, what will happen next in this connection? They're going to be inviting you out soon. They're going to be reaching out to you to talk to you and to connect with you in a different space, in a more intimate space, preferably one-on-one. And with abundance, it's like they're ready to go all the way. I feel like they've had some resistance or some worries. There's been something in their head that has told them they should really weigh this with sincerity and they shouldn't take it lightly. And I feel like that's coming from them realizing the weight of the connection and the potential of the connection. They really had to think about, am I really ready to open up to someone? Am I ready to give my heart to someone? Am I ready to be in a romantic connection with another person? Wow. We got soulmate union. So this person feels like you are their soulmate. They feel like you are someone worth going through their own personal transformation for. Wow, we got soulmate union engagement. Ooh, and then we got new love. So maybe it's a new love romantic connection you're engaging in that's really inspiring them to get out of their comfort zone and pursue you. But also I feel like the signs are there. The signs have always been there that this is a soulmate union, or that this is a connection that they should invest in. I feel like spirit, their spirit guides, their spiritual team has been incentivizing them to step out of their comfort zone and to allow themselves to love you, engage with you, grow with you, take action towards you. They've gotten a few signs at this point that if they do open their heart up and be vulnerable, that it wouldn't be in vain, that it would be worth it. And now they're ready to take things to the next level. Like I said, the signs have always been there. They've always kind of felt like, okay, maybe this is a soulmate union. They've always felt drawn to you, like they want to be near you, even if you're not speaking, being in the same place as you. Their love language may be quality time, because those quality timers, it's like they can tap into that love language whenever they need to use it. And then they use it as a superpower to feel fulfilled in a connection, even with no words, no interaction. I would dare to say that people with quality time as a love language are probably more likely to end up in situationships because of this, because of their ability to be okay or find comfort even in an uncomfortable situation, or a situation where everything isn't okay, because it's like, okay, well, as long as I have them, that's my love language. That's what I need. So if I have them, we don't need to talk. This ain't words of affirmation over here, baby. I'm fine. I can make it work. So anyways, we got new love here. Oh no, I hope it's not new love inspiring them to take action, only because that would make the situation messy. It's better if, you know, there isn't someone else in the picture that's pursuing you, so that they don't get dysregulated or so things don't get complicated. But maybe that's what needed to happen for them to really kick it into gear and to get the picture. So we'll see what else comes out. We'll see. Spirit, what will happen in this connection? We got past life relationship, so there's a deep resonance here. They feel like they've known you in a past life. I was feeling this as well with the attraction card that just came out. Like wherever, whatever is happening, if they can just have a part of you and be close to you in some way, they will make that work. They will find a way to be okay with that dynamic, with whatever they can get. Past life relationship, it says you have known each other before. Attraction says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So the more you allow yourself to be carefree and positive and optimistic, the more the situation will turn around for the better. We got two different decks by two different authors talking about a soulmate union here now. So yeah, I would confirm this is, at the bottom of the card it says, yes, this is your soulmate. So how much more clear can we get? You know, this is a soulmate connection. So I just wonder why that new love was put in there. I'm not going to make the reading about it, but I am just curious, like, okay, did Spirit put this new love in your life to inspire this person? Or is it more of a perspective of like, okay, we're not going to wait for group 3 forever. If they don't get it together, they're just going to get replaced. Like, I'm just curious about that, but you'll see, you know, in time, of course. But I'm so curious, like, wow, really, Spirit? Like a whole new person in the mix? Is this intentional or what? Maybe we'll get something about that in a minute. But we have passion here, so nice. Passion and heart-to-heart conversation. So this is the next action they're taking towards you. They're coming at you in a passionate kind of way. We did get invitation before, so a night of passion is on the horizon for you. And I feel like that's going to be a date. And I feel like it's passion in accordance to how you feel. So say you've always, you know, interacted with this person in a physical kind of way and you've had passionate moments there. This is going to be a progression from your perspective though. So this is like you guys having really deep conversation. And that's where the passion is coming from. Something that feels really good to you, something that feels like progress is what I see. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other is what it says at the bottom of the card. I'm really being drawn to the each other part of that statement. So Spirit is really saying you want to be open and vulnerable with this person and express to them how you've felt. They also need to understand the severity of how things have affected you. So if there are any feelings of ill will or not trusting them or not feeling connected to them or whatever it is, I would definitely say to communicate that. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So ultimately, Spirit wants you to be happy. Spirit is rooting for you, rooting for this person even. And I feel like you have a lot of spiritual support as well. Your spiritual teams are wanting things to work out, especially with this being a soulmate union. So let's see. I just saw 1000. Spirit for group 3. What are their intentions? What are their intentions with group 3? What are they trying to do? For whatever reason, I do feel the spiritual triggers this person. They just don't, they're not exactly ready to think about it that way. What they want, 9 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, is to make things right with you. 9 of Cups in reverse is a very self-sacrificing placement. That's an energy of someone who's like, okay, I'm going to put my desires or my comfort to the side so that we can have progress. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, they're not ready to acknowledge the soulmate aspect of the union though. They don't want that to be brought up. They probably get quite triggered by that. So I would just drop it for now. They already recognize it in their heart and in their mind, but they're not ready for it to be a thing that's constantly brought up. they're just triggered by it. I can feel the triggering and like the anxiousness that comes with that. So I would just, you know, give them a pass on that, at least for now. You'll be able to talk about it later, but if you bring that up, that'll kind of make them feel like forced, like, why you got to bring up the soulmate aspect of the connection? So it's obviously a soft spot for them, whatever. Let's leave that to the side for now. But they want to make some sacrifices for you. King of Pentacles in reverse with the Star card. This is someone saying, King of Pentacles reversed, I know that I have value in this world. Maybe I'm conventionally attractive, or maybe they're successful, or, you know, I already know that you like me. So if I wanted to, I can just show up as a lower version of myself. But King of Pentacles in reverse, I'm going to put my desires or my preconceived notions about you and the world and how things should work aside. And I'm going to surrender to Star card, what spirit, what the universe has always had prepared for us. So they are surrendering to the soulmate connection. They just don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to talk about it because for them, it starts to make them feel like they don't have any options or they're being forced to something. So it's like, ugh, fine. If you can see your person is clearly getting dysregulated every time they talk about a specific thing, like just drop it temporarily, you know. If it is a soulmate union, it doesn't even have to be confirmed by them. It is what it is. So it's like, what would you even get from that anyways? I would just let it go. But we have the Tower card here in the Page of Pentacles. So Tower card, I feel like things are going to get, I wouldn't say worse before they get better, but with the Tower, typically the Tower only has to happen when things really get out of hand and Spirit has to regulate the situation through kind of just putting things into place. You know, the Tower card comes when we don't take inspired action or intuitive action, or when we resist the process. Tower card could also be them getting some karma if they have done anything to you that is, you know, needing to be balanced out. That's that. So I would definitely let this person come to you, because that's another thing. Like, you can get hit by other people's karma just by being friends with them. Like, I feel like everyone has had to have experienced that, even on a lower level. Like, you connect yourself with someone at work, you know, you allow them to call, you know, you a friend, and then all of a sudden you're now associated with them and their drama and their reputation. And then you're negatively affected and associated and grouped in with the wrong people, or, you know, in friendships, you know, it's like you associate with someone and you think they're a new friend, and then next thing you find out they're not on the up and up, they're not the best person. And then you're getting hit with karma going out with them for the first time. Now you in a fight, or now it's drama, or this or that. And it's like, ugh. So you really want to stay away from people when they're getting karma so that you don't get hit with residual. Let Spirit Tower card rain down that karma on them, and then allow yourself to move forward with them after the scales have been balanced, so you don't end up getting negatively affected by their karma. We have the Page of Pentacles here. That's an energy of them moving forward, taking action. Page of Pentacles is new investments. We do have the Lovers card that just came out reversed. So I feel like with the Star card coming out before, it's always been accordance to the universe. And both of you may struggle with that to a degree. Yeah, Justice card in reverse. It can feel very uncomfortable to Fool card at the bottom of the deck. Trust the universe and trust the divine process. And Yeah, something about this does feel like maybe you guys have a higher purpose together, or like something that will actually affect other people, maybe even on the world stage to some degree. This could be a business, this could be an embodiment. But think like, I hate to use such a cliche example, but like Jay-Z and Beyonce, how they are an inspiration to a lot of people and how they come together, pool together their resources, and they have more higher heights they can reach with each other, like both of them collaborating and being, you know, Tiffany ambassadors. I think Beyonce ended up wearing a diamond, like a yellow diamond that I want to say maybe only one other person had worn before. But anyways, they collaborate together and they're even more powerful and impactful together. So I hate to use that example. I wish I had something more niche and cool I could say off the top of my head. But, you know, I feel like you guys may have some sort of conjoined purpose. With what I'm getting here. Spirit, what are their thoughts and feelings? Ooh, we have they are not you that jumped out right away. So not everyone has dealt with any sort of third party in relation to this person, but for those of you who have or are dealing with that now, they're saying they are not you. So they can feel the difference between your skin, your energy, their energy, even down to your scent is like more appealing to this person than whomever they may be dealing with. So they are realizing that all that glitters is not gold. Say, you know, this person stepped out on their connection with you to explore something else. Someone else caught their attention and they got wrapped up in something else. They know that that person cannot hold a candle to you and what you bring to them and how you make them feel. Ooh, we got Don't Trust Me. Oh my goodness. We have Don't Trust Me that came out. So they know that they're not completely benefit to you yet. Like I just saw 1717 on the camera. They know that they're not completely on the up and up yet. They still got to get rid of some of that F-boy, F-girl tendency qualities, or, you know, they know that they are a risk when it comes to you. They may see you as like good girl, good boy type of archetype, because they just feel like they would ruin you to a degree, that they would make you somehow impure or hurt you in some way. They feel like even they know you shouldn't trust them fully. We do have Love Will Keep Us Together. That came out. They feel like this is the thread that holds the connection together. The love in itself is the only hope that they have to have a positive outcome, because they know if it's just left completely up to them, they're probably not exactly deserving of more chances from you. They're still fighting themselves for sure. We also just have, oh, we have I am not sure what I am feeling and I am playing games on purpose. Okay, you know what, group 3? Every time this person has progress, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Every time they feel triggered, they may even take it out on you to make you uncomfortable. Like, it's kind of like, I'm like, what can I use as an example? Like self-deprecating humor. It's like, I feel uncomfortable with myself, so I'm going to make a joke about myself and make it everybody else's problem and something that they have to acknowledge and say, no, that's not true, or give me a sympathy laugh so I can feel more comfortable, because I can't stop saying negative things about myself. It's kind of like that. Like, I'm uncomfortable, I'm triggered by this connection, so I'm going to make it your problem, and they may play games with you on purpose. You know what? I was really rooting for them for a while, but now they're pissing me off, not going to lie. Like, oh my God, they're so lucky it's the end of this reading, because I would really rip them the heck up. Like, don't piss me off. Do not. Group 3, your person, they're triggering me. Spirit, what advice can you give us? What is group 3 going to do? What should they do? What can you tell us or show us? Well, we have the winning card that came out. So I feel like you're going to get the last laugh, and I feel like you're not the same person that you were in the beginning of this connection. I feel like they brought out a femme fatale, or whatever the male equivalent would be, in you, where it's like, oh, or maybe it's this. We got intense healing. So maybe it's in more of a positive way where you're winning because you're healing. And that's going to make you disengage from this person and their games. Otherwise, you're going to be winning by getting the last laugh in some way. And they're not going to realize it until it's too late. And they've already lost you and a chance with you. And then they have to slum it with whatever is available that is not a soulmate connection, some lower level. Okay, I'm gonna stop going in, but I'm just like so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by how their energy just switched towards the end. Like, I'm playing games on purpose really triggered me, and I want to tell you, group 3, not to even give this person the time of day. If you were my bestie, oh, I'm the kind of friend that will take your phone, okay, and I will delete all their stuff so you cannot contact them even if you wanted to, okay? I'm that type of friend. Maybe I do too much. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a Cancer, so sometimes you got to take executive action. I'm going to get up out of here. Your person done set me off. That's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. I do see a win-win for you regardless, so that is what I can impart on you, that you're going to get the last laugh no matter how this situation plays out. But whenever you start to see them playing games, disengage. Really disengage so you can avoid future harm, because they're still in that place where they're making it everyone's problem that they have stuff to work through. And I don't feel like that's fair to you. That's what I got for you. Love you. Talk to you later. All right, if you chose group 4 with the clear quartz and the Rider-Waite, this is your reading, tapping in to see what will happen in this connection or your next connection. What are their intentions, their true thoughts and feelings for you? We'll get all of that, Spirit. For group 4 with the clear quartz, please show us what will happen in this connection or their next connection. Ooh, this is giving right away. It's giving a little bit of toxic love. Not gonna lie, this person loves to feel like people are strung out on them. Yep, exactly. And it stems, see, this is why you gotta look past all of that and see what it really stems from, because their energy stems from their own jealousy. I feel like this person may have a jealousy wound. We have jealousy and arrogance. So this person gets very jealous and they need to feel like their person is 1000% dedicated to them at all times in all situations. And they don't care if they have to go out of their way to get that energy out of people. We have distant lover, struggles, and drama. So this person definitely loves the games of it all, the struggle of it all, the drama, and in some backwards kind of way, it makes them feel like, yes, this person is really about me. They genuinely care about me, because look at all this trouble they're going through. Look how crazy, they're acting. They see the dysregulation that they cause in other people, and they take it as a good sign, a sign that this person truly cares about them and truly loves them. The more kind of dysregulated, out of whack, and crazy you are, the more loved they feel. But at the same time, with distant lover, they definitely keep people at a distance. We also have struggle here. So they like a good struggle. They like to argue. They like the chaotic energy. But I feel like all of this stems from them, feeling rejected at some point, or feeling jealous over someone choosing another person over them. And it just made them kind of go into a villain era where now they kind of create this energy. It's like, okay, I don't have to be truly vulnerable with people if I can make this whole relationship go up in flames before I open my heart to them. So they've kind of convinced themselves that they're distant, but really they only start to act this way when they're around someone that they really like. When they feel that tinge of jealousy, that confirms, oh, I actually care for this person, because I do care if it goes left or right. I care if we grow or if we grow apart. So they typically keep people at arm's length. and this energy just totally threw me off. We have reciprocity, imperfections, and deep in love. If this person is full of it, group 4, I'm going to be able to tell. You know, it could be that you've just heavily triggered this person and they've tried to keep their distance from you. Wow. Yeah, we have end all be all and back and forth that flipped over. So to my surprise, 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 surprise. Okay, I'm sorry. But to my surprise, for real, end all be all, this person is resisting being open and vulnerable because they feel like you could be their end all be all. This person puts on this act, or they try to keep people at arm's length. They try to keep distant because at the end of the day, they feel like they kind of found the one. They feel like this could be something more than the games of it all or the drama of it all with you. They're like, okay, maybe you don't need to be my Harley Quinn to my Joker. Maybe we can just both surrender to each other at the same time, and it doesn't have to be chaotic and crazy. Maybe we can build something really healthy. But that would cause them, that would mean that they would have to then be a healthy lover. So maybe they're resisting that. Resisting the work that would have to be done to undo all the chaotic and irresponsible tendencies and to show up. And yeah, we have a reciprocity here to be reciprocal. But this person, they're definitely at a crossroads. One of the roads tell them move forward with group 4. Group 4 could be the end all be all. They can handle the drama. They can handle my chaotic nature. You may have even handled them before by putting them in their place. They don't put up with my antics. They're not going to stick around forever. They do have the will to leave if they have to. You know, I feel like they've seen some positives with you where it's like, okay, group 4 can handle that, but also they can sustain a healthy relationship. They've seen your emotional intelligence, your ability to talk things through, to get to the other side of all the conflict. And they see that you're worthy and you have the potential to be really good for them. So now it's just like, okay, I got to level up then. And that in itself can be a hard pill to swallow for someone who's not quite ready. But we have imperfections and deep in love. So they're feeling like, you know what, I have imperfections. I have things that are negative about me. There are imperfections between me and group 4. They may have tried to sit in that energy as long as possible, like, you know, just really harping on one thing. Like, say you're codependent and you can be very clingy. It's like they'll constantly bring that up. And it's like you could show that you've gotten rid of that. You could grow past that. There could be 10 things that they've done or 10 things that you could point out, but they just want to talk about that one thing, that codependency, or that time you turned up on them and their friends, or that time you acted a little cray-cray. Like, they just want to talk about what they want to talk about. And they want to sit on, you know, whatever they want to sit on and think about, but they're coming to the realization that this could be a marriage. This could be an end all be all. You're someone of significance to them and they shouldn't deny themselves that. I feel like this person is falling for you and they see you as an end all be all, but it's the neural pathway that has to be opened, the new neural pathway. You know, it's like, okay, I can't do things the same way that I've always done them. It's the change that I feel like they run away from because it requires work. Your person may be a little lazy, not gonna lie. Spirit, what will happen in this connection? Well, I feel like there's gonna be a positive curveball. I really do. We have to stay optimistic about your love life and getting to know each other. So I do see you guys continuing to get to know each other. I do see you guys getting closer and developing a romantic relationship further here. I feel like they've been distant up until this point and they're opening up. And I feel like it's because they kind of, not that they don't have any choice, but they just see that their antics aren't going to work. Like their avoidant antics aren't working on you. You're not going to drop it and let it go and allow them to just keep on in this same energy. That may be a thing. Like this person, they mess up and then they disappear for a few days and then they try to come back like nothing ever happened. And maybe the first time, because you didn't realize it was a pattern, you let them do that. But it's like, no, every time you hit me up, I'm going to be on the same thing. And they'll try again and again and again. Okay, a few days, group 4 is still mad, or group 4 still wants to talk about that. Let me give it a few weeks. A few weeks, okay, they're still mad. Let me give it a few months. And every time they hit you up, it's like you're consistently on this, let's acknowledge it, let's work through it. And at a certain point, they just surrender. They're like, okay, you know what? And I feel like they've been hitting a wall for so long that they realize already that they need to change their approach in order for this to work. So don't be surprised if this person comes in all on their own without you rejecting them in any way. All of a sudden in this new energy, like, I want to do better, I want to do more, I want to be different, like, I want to try again. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, is what it says at the bottom of the card. This is a good time to visualize, meditate, listen to some subliminals as you're sleeping, burn a pink candle or a red candle for yourself. Even an orange would be good for confidence and boosting the energy so you guys can get to the other side of this situation. I have those on my Etsy shop. I can always burn one for you, but this would be a good time to burn a candle for the situation so you can have that breakthrough. And then we have getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So they're going to be telling you some secrets and telling you some stuff about their path. I wouldn't be surprised if this were to happen like at the end of like a physical intimacy moment. So as pillow talk or something, where they're already feeling vulnerable. We do have past life relationship. You have known each other before is what it says at the bottom of that one. So absolutely, there could be a past life connection that's making it hard for them to just ignore the nature of this connection and causing them to go that extra mile to like really fix things and break through. This is someone, whenever they feel scared, whenever they feel vulnerable, they kind of run back into their safe space, and their safe space is this distant behavior. But I don't see you allowing that anymore. And that may be the key for some of you. I just saw 1001. That's definitely a portal angel number, talking about the ability to walk through, the ability to come into something different. I just saw 1010 as well. Cycle completion, new beginnings, all of that, desires fulfilled. So I feel like a missing piece for some of you is that you are not entertaining the antics and the BS anymore. It is safe for you to love, says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. We got wedding at the bottom of the deck. So there is marriage potential for a lot of you with this person. Spirit, what are their intentions for group 4? I hope I wasn't saying group 3. I'm like paranoid. Like, did I say the wrong number for group 4? A lot of pentacles coming out. This person or you, both of you, could have strong earth energy or earth like in your Venus or rising. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Wow. So they definitely want to start over. Their intentions, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So their intentions are to get past this. It's like, okay, Ace of Cups in reverse, I'm miserable or I'm unhappy, but holding back isn't going to lead to a positive, happy, healthy relationship. It's not going to lead me to long-term love. 10 of Cups in reverse. So in order to get the 10 of Cups upright, to get in a healthy connection, Ace of Cups, I have to get over myself. I have to move past whatever's holding me back. So they've come to the realization that if I'm not happy and I'm not showing up, I also don't get the happily ever after. So they're at this like crossroads where it's like, okay, if I want to be happy, then I have to get out of my own way and allow someone to love me, to care for me. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So there may even be some self-sacrifice here. You know, 9 of Pentacles is a very favorable position. You feel very comfortable. Everything's going for you. Everything's going well. But with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, they may have business opportunities falling through at this time. They may be getting 9 of Pentacles reverse bad luck, or unfortunate situations may be occurring for them. So I feel like the universe kind of has them on thin ice. Yeah, 3 of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. The fates are like, listen, if you're not showing up properly, we're not going to bless you. That's just not what we're doing, and that's not what's going on. Yep, we got the Hermit reverse. They're like, you need to get out of your comfort zone, Strength card in reverse, and be uncomfortable if you want Lover's card. I mean, I couldn't write it better myself. Come on now. If you want long-term love, stability, happiness, you got to get out of your own way and you got to get out of your comfort zone. You have to untangle yourself from the chains that bind you. You have to unlearn the things that tell you that being a distant lover is going to lead you to a sense of satisfaction or fulfillment, because it isn't. And they really got to get out of their own way and out of their own head. So their intentions are to kill the ego. Their intentions are to face it. They have to face themselves in order to face you. And with the Lovers card coming up for their intentions, they do. They want what the universe wants for them. They want spirit to reign supreme. Three of Pentacles, they don't want their guides to give up on them. They want to work with universal forces, but we have the Five of Swords here, so their shadow has to be dealt with. Typically, honestly, it's more neutral for me personally, because I read from a neutral perspective. I don't feel like anyone is 100% right or 100% wrong. But in this case, I can say, if I had to guess from what I can see, yeah, the majority is probably on their end. And I'm not going to say that to you just because you're my collective and just say, oh, you're great, they're bad. No, I really don't believe that. But sometimes you get those readings and it's just like, okay, this is probably the majority of their fault. We got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So they know that they have to pull up. They have to show up in the action-oriented energy. Honestly, I feel like you've done enough to kind of give this person the comfort to be able to move forward. Now the ball is in their court. Judgment card, there's a call to action here. I feel like even from the perspective of Spirit, yeah, Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, your guides, their guides, it's like they've lost all empathy for them. And with the Magician and the Judgment card, they have to answer the call. They have to show up and they have to create the life that they want. And the Judgment card is a call to action. So they already know what they got to do. They have to make things right with you, period. That's just where they're at. So their intentions are to do so. They want to answer the call. They want a Magician card, have that breakthrough, and they want to finally have their happily ever after. They want to be deep in love and have their end all be all, and, you know, have that reciprocity where you give love, they give love, and it's even. Everybody gets loved and everybody gives love. They want that. But it's a huge, huge block in their heart chakra, and they have to get over that to do so. And I feel like they've tried everything else where it's like, okay, let me just be nicer to group 4. That doesn't work. Let me just give group 4 a gift. It doesn't work. It's like their guides, the universe will not let up. They have to sustain it. It's more than just 1 week or one event of better behavior. They have to change. They have to change in order for this to work and be blessed. So that's what they're going to do. Spirit, for group 4, what are their thoughts and feelings? Please show us their thoughts and feelings. We have, I've liked you for a very long time. So there could even be a little bit, not a lot, but enemies to lovers trope here, where it's like you guys have had a weird or negative bad energy between the two of you. And they've been liking you on the low for a long time. They knew that they liked you a while ago. I feel like you disrupted their energy in some way. They didn't expect to meet you. I wouldn't be surprised if you met by serendipity, by chance, or at work, in a situation where it's like not on a dating app. Like, I feel like you guys would have met in a way that made them feel like it wouldn't happen, like at random, or maybe if you did meet on an app, like maybe they had like just casual, not sure what I want type of thing versus like, you know, the what are you looking for section. I feel like they had some BS there to kind of release them from full responsibility. We do have I am still healing. So they've liked you for a very long time, but they're very much so in the thick of it, in the process of letting go and going through their transformation. They can at least acknowledge that there is healing that needs to be done, and they are stepping up to the plate and doing that. We have I feel stuck. So if you are witchy, you know, someone who practices magic, go ahead and burn like a white candle for them to clear them of whatever is holding them back. Like I said, I have those on my Etsy shop. I can do it for you. But if you're witchy, go ahead and burn one, you know, to release them from whatever obstacles or challenges they're working through on their end, to clear that, heal them, whatever way you want to do it. A yellow would be good for like healing, and a white would be like more good for clearing. So whatever way you want to come at it. We have, I am not sure what I'm feeling. So this person is still on the fence, you know. They're still healing. They've liked you for a long time, but they're feeling stuck. And I feel like they're stuck because they just haven't made their decision. I just saw 1818 on the camera. They haven't made their decision of whether or not they're going to say yes, answer the call, move forward with you romantically, or are they going to stay stuck here? Try to cause drama. I don't feel like you're taking the bait anymore, so I don't feel like they're going to be able to cause drama. I feel like it's like, do I miss out forever and end up feeling like the one that got away? Or, ooh, we have you found out something about me. This could be what it is. This is a very specific message for those of you who found out. Obviously, I feel like it would be something shady. I don't feel like, maybe for like a few of you, it's like you found out something that makes you more empathetic towards them. Like you found out they were a foster, or they had some sort of hard upbringing, or something really messed up happened to them. Maybe for a small portion of you. But I feel like for the majority of you, what you found out was some dirt that they did in the dark, and they don't want to acknowledge that. That makes sense why I was picking up before, like, this feels like the kind of person who would just let it go for a few days, and they come back, and if you're still mad, they let it go for a few weeks, and then they come back, and then, you know, they don't like to, there is something they're avoiding full accountability for, not gonna lie, and it's sitting on their mind, and they know that you know, and it's making them paranoid even more, and honestly, best case scenario from their perspective, they would want you to come back to them and just tell them everything is okay and forgive them from the past without them even having to acknowledge it. And it's just like, okay, in order to forgive, we got to put it all on the table. So it's like, you got to pick one. You're either going to like open that space for forgiveness by admitting it, or we're just going to stay where we are. It kind of leaves you in a position where you're kind of stuck and there isn't very much you can do without losing your boundaries and what you need. We have, I'm getting lost in the memories. So this person looks at your pictures a lot. I'm hearing they think about you a lot. We got, I'm planning on calling you soon at the bottom of the deck. So they do want to talk about it. They will reach out soon to see if you're still upset, but they're at a crossroads and feeling stuck. So I would say if you can't accept what they need, if you can't just let it go, I would definitely come at it from a magical perspective so you can clear that, so that they can go through it with that incentive, because they're stuck. They're stuck, not gonna lie. That's what I got for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.